You guys want to know about Aaron Judge? This right now is Aaron Judge versus pitches like me. We did this for Shohei Ohtani last time. We're going to do it for Aaron Judge this time. I'll see if I can actually zoom in a little bit. There we did. We did it. Here's how he hits against pitches that move like mine overall. Fastballs, 340. Yikes. Sliders, 280 with a 523 slugging. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, but changeups, 235 with a 195 average against, slugging 765. Yikes. This guy hits everything really hard. However, this is probably your best chance is right on right changeups. Let's look at where. This is overall, remember, guys. So we have nitro. This is where you hit everything the hardest. Pretty much just, everything. This is fastballs. He hits them. Sliders, he hits them. If they're middle over the plate, if you can get them down in the way, you might be okay, unless he's cheating. But you need to get, it's got to be over here if it's a slider, or it's hammered. Changeups the same way. You might want to try to stay in this spot with your breaking stuff and off-speed stuff, and maybe stay here with your fastball. So what we're talking about is a glove side tunnel. You're gonna try to stay up and away to him. I have faced him twice. We will discuss that in a moment. And let's see where he misses. The heaviest miss is up and away with fastballs. The heaviest miss in sliders, down and away with sliders, and the heaviest miss with changeup is down and away. All right, so you want to stay here with anything that's slower than a fastball. You want to stay here with anything that's faster than a fastball. Unless he's staying out there, he fouls off he like goes out here with the slider, fouls it off. Maybe you take a shot up here with the fastball. For the most part, you stay on this outer lane. We call that outer rail, and we try to stay out there. Then we have other things like, where's he chase? He chases off the plate, so sweepers, you might be able to get him, and he chases below the zone. You can get him there. You want to stay below with the changeup and down middle, not down and in, down middle. Okay, and he does not chase fastballs. So if you notice, he misses in zone here, but does not chase. So this is the interesting thing about throwing him fastballs. You have to be in the zone because he won't go with you. So having this much swing and miss, but not swinging above the zone is not a good thing for me. So you're going to notice one big thing. We talked about this with Shohei. It's very similar with Judge. The difference between being 0-1 and 1-0 with Aaron Judge, most people, big difference. Aaron Judge, massive difference. So here's first pitch. He's generally pretty patient, generally. Doesn't swing first pitch a ton. So this is like hundreds of pitches. And he's swung at like, I don't know, 5 in each. He's hit every single changeup hard though. So so maybe not first pitch changeup. I'd probably be fastball or slider. That's what I've done in the past. It didn't work out, but I have done in the past. So we have slider down and away. It's generally okay. He hits it sometimes, but you might be all right first pitch. You might roll it over, or he might chase it a little bit and swing. So I either go slider down and away, fastball up and away. Got to be in the zone. If you're 1-0, it's going to be bad. If you're 0-1, you might be okay. All right. Let's look at Chase. He's chased 0 fastballs out of the zone. First pitch. Got to throw a strike. He's chased a few sliders. These are probably sweepers because they're a little bit higher here. He's chased a few of those, but not a lot. And he's chased a couple changeups. So he's not going to chase a fastball. So if you're going to throw a fastball, you got to throw for a strike. And he doesn't hit any of them softly. So I would give up on that. All right. So this is if I get ahead. So if I'm 0-1, sliders, he's hit 1 hard. And he's been generally pretty good. But again, none of these were hung. So if you hang it, he's going to crush it no matter what. It doesn't matter. If you make a good pitch, though, slider might be good if you're up 0-1. Fastball, you're playing with some fire here. But again, this is the spot. And none of these were thrown there. So he does not miss, but he does miss sliders. I would stay with slider. I'd possibly come back with a changeup. So say I get ahead, fastball up and away. He fouls it back. So 1. What I'm going to try next is that slider down and away. If I don't get the slider down and away, that's when the changeup comes into play. I can either go slider down away or changeup down, but I'm going off speed next pitch. You're not going to feed him fastballs. Okay. He also chases. So that doubles it up for me. So if I want to throw a fastball, he'll miss him in the zone. But he also might just chase it out of the zone because you're ahead, right? So you can make a mistake, you can yank it, he still might go for it. Changeup's the same way. You can get it down. He's probably not going to hit hard. He hit 1 hard here. One thing he's not going to do is hit anything soft. Basically, this bottom row right here, I just completely eliminate from my head with Aaron Judge. He's just not going to hit it under 105. If he hits it, it's going to be hit hard as hell. Just hope it's on the ground. Tip your cap, right? Say it goes 1-1. Now, how does this change a little bit? Changeup still struggles a little bit. So like the mid counts, changeups are great. So I would go changeup up on 1-1 or from 0-2. I'd probably go changeups either way. Back up that third pitch. It's probably going to be a changeup no matter what. Or if he is looked bad on an early breaking ball, if he chased my breaking ball, maybe I go fastball up and away again because he's got a lot of miss rate. Even count. So if it's 1-1, fastballs are actually pretty good. You just got to get it up. If you leave it middle, middle across his thigh, he crushes it. So I'm thinking, okay, 1-1. My fastballs need to be up. My sliders need to be down and away. But changeup, I have a little bit of room. So I might go changeup if it's even. Okay? What if I'm behind? What if it's 2-0? What if it's 2-1? What if I threw a first pitch ball? Try to throw a slider because I'm afraid. If you have a sinker, you can hit him backdoor. Yes, because he doesn't want to chase fastballs. I don't have a sinker though. So like that's not part of my game plan because I don't have a pitch that does that. Other people have though. You've noticed they've been trying to sinker him backdoor a little bit. The problem with that is that pitch is moving towards the middle of the plate. Remember, we always talk about your default should be, I need to move, all of my pitches movement profiles need to be away from the center of the zone. Sinkers are risky because they move towards the center of the zone. Okay, so you have to have really good command. Guys with good command are doing that. But yes, you can backdoor them, okay? But if you're behind, to chat, based on what we know, which pitch am I not throwing him if I'm behind? Which of these pitches is just completely out of the question? What the hell is this? This is his damage on fastballs when he is ahead in the count, when the pitcher is behind, right? So in 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 2-0, when a pitcher gets behind him and throws him a fastball, there's nowhere to throw. There is nowhere safe. There's nowhere safe. Nowhere. You have no options. Okay, so just really quick, I want you to know the red out here doesn't mean he hits it because Woba also is walks. Basically, those are pitches that he just takes, which also are red because they contribute to his Woba, if that makes sense. So like these are also, like if this were blue out here, he doesn't chase any of these. None of these were chased. None. Zero. He's chased 0 fastballs. Maybe one here. He chased one here, this yellow spot. One. And there's blue right here. That's it. He has hit everything else hard as hell. And then sliders that are hung. So if you're in 2-0 count and you throw a slider and you're like, this has to be a strike, the chances that you hang it are much higher. So what is Aaron Judge doing? Counts where guys get behind him. He is hammering every single mistake is hammered 100% of the time. So you have to be even finer. So like, look, there's blue here for slider when you're behind and miss right here. So if you can throw a slider here when you're behind, that's literally all you got. Or possibly a changeup if you have a really good changeup, right? If you're Devin Williams, if you're Jason Adam, if you're Tarek Skubal, if you're, any of these guys, if you have a good changeup, you can throw one too when you're behind. I would probably throw mine too. I'm really confident that I can get it there. But you have to throw a slider here or you have to throw a changeup here. Those are your only options. Those are my only options. Now, when you're a hitter and I only have 1 or 2 options, makes it much easier to hit, right? This is Aaron Judge's bread and butter. This is terrifying. This is horrifying. Does he chase? Not really. Does he chase? Not really. Does he chase? A little bit in, but not really away. So he doesn't chase either. So you have to be in the strike zone and he hits every single mistake. And that's how you have an 1100 OPS. So if I'm behind, I need to walk him. Full stop. If I feel really good that day and I just barely missed and the first pitch I threw was it was really close, it just wasn't a strike, I'm still okay. I'm still going to attack him. But if I'm feeling a little erratic, I just need to pitch around him. So Aaron Judge is as clear as day. You need to be ahead of him. And what happens to him in the playoffs? No one gets behind him ever. They either pitch around him and walk him, so he never gets a pitch to hit, or they get ahead of him and they command the zone really well. He's just not getting pitches to hit. Soto is going to get him more pitches to hit, but this scenario isn't happening very often in the playoffs, and that's why he struggled with the plate. Now, it will happen eventually, but I've never seen anybody take advantage of mistakes more consistently and with more juice than Aaron Judge. So I have faced him twice. One time he flew out, and this was the last time I faced him. So I missed with 96 here, down and away. And so, like I just said, I'm behind. I'm going to try a changeup. And I made a mistake. I told you how I would pitch to him. Don't get behind him. I got behind him. I made a mistake when I was behind. What happened? I got. And that's Aaron Judge. little PTSD. A little bit. You're behind, you make a mistake, he takes advantage of those every single time. You just can't make a mistake. You get into situations where you cannot make a mistake to Aaron Judge. You cannot do it. And I did. And that's what happened. It's okay.